I never believed that NATO was there to safeguard peace and security in Europe. And if people thought that it was established for that, it certainly never succeeded in delivering that. It was sort of I suppose, the other side of the Cold War. NATO has never brought peace anywhere in the world. In actual fact, it's kind of there to solve the problems that it creates. And I think you see that very graphically in countries like Libya, where they have succeeded in decimating that country and others. So they are not a force for peace at all, not just in this crisis, but in the ones before that. Europe talks about wanting to be more autonomous, but what has emerged since the Russian invasion of Ukraine is that all idea of European autonomy has gone out the window, and they are behaving like a vassal of the United States, quite literally, that their own economic and security interests are being sacrificed for US interests, really, against Russia, because it's demonstrably in the interests of the citizens of the whole of Europe, including first and foremost the citizens of Ukraine, that we would live in peace on our continent with Russia, that we would do business, exchange cultures and trade and economics, and live in harmony. And the only way that can be done is in a security arrangement, not against Russia, but with Russia. But sadly, everything that Europe is doing is the opposite of that. They've become, while most member states are in NATO, a number aren't. This war will have the impact of driving more of them into NATO, which, while they talk about that being more strategic for Europe, it actually lessens Europe's strategic independence. My opposition to sanctions are primarily based on the fact that they don't work. They have never in history succeeded in stopping a military assault or achieving regime change. They won't be a deterrent. The idea that Europe would cut its links to Russian energy supplies, which is what the US have wanted, it would mean hundreds of thousands, probably millions of Europeans losing their jobs. And let's remember, none of these measures will have any impact on saving a single Ukrainian life, but it will devastate the European economy. So that is why I oppose them. They don't do what they say they'll do. They're a punitive measure, in this instance, collective punishment, which will not succeed in doing anything except weakening really the European economy at the moment, and maybe, and certainly inflicting hardship on ordinary people.